There you go. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
We are Firewood Island.
Hello.
And today we have with us three handsome boys from America.
We'll introduce them all in.
This is Steve coming now. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to unmute him.
Hey.
And Jeff.
Hey.
And Brian.
Hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello, world.
Hello.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. This, everyone, is Cold Weather Company.
No, wrong way. I always do this.
Yeah. There you go. I think everyone are unmuted and we are ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining.
What a long time in the making. A video call between the two of us.
I know,
Whoa.
right? We've always talked about like, oh yeah, when we're over in America or you guys are here, we'll have to do something together. And then all of this has hit and it just like, well, it gave a good excuse to do.
Well, yeah, what better time to bring people together?
Exactly.
How long have we've known Steve for quite a while now? It must be like 3 years, maybe.
I think even longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'm gonna pull up, just hop on my messages with you on Facebook, and I'm just gonna scroll for a while we're talking. We're gonna see where I end up.
Yeah, it's quite a while. So we basically are similar artists on Spotify, and through that we kind of met and just thought, it would be nice to just say hi and just get to know each other. And through that, this has happened. So that's Steve.
I'm still going. We talk a lot.
Aww.
So yeah, which one of you are gonna play first?
Why
I guess.
Why don't we properly introduce each other? Because
yeah, that's true.
We're on each other's pages, so like our fans can know these
guys, that's true.
And you guys as fans can get to know us a little bit as well. So we're Firewood Island. My name's Abby. This is Stian.
I'm Stian.
We're allowed to be in the same place because we're married. So
Abby's from Wales.
I'm from North Wales, from a little place called Snowdonia, which is really pretty.
Whoa.
And I'm from Norway.
Stian is from Norway.
And today is National Norway Day.
National Norwegian Day. So we put a flag up.
Yeah.
So in 1814,
so we can force him to sing the national anthem.
Norway became its own country.
Cool. You guys go for it.
Well, we're Cold Weather Company from New Jersey, the East Coast of the United States, and I'm Steve, the pianist and one of the singers. And we're an alternative folk band. So we've been going for about, I guess it'll be 7.5 years, guys. Is that right? 8 years? 7 years ish?
Yeah, 7.5, 8 years. Yeah, I mean,
like
we're over the hill and around the corner, but what are you gonna do? Time.
And my first message
right?
to Stian was on February 23rd, 2015.
That's long. That's long.
Wow.
Who was it? You, Steve, that reached out to Stian?
I think he reached out to me. But then we became Facebook friends after it had to have been an email first or a band Facebook message first. And then we became Facebook friends. And then I messaged you.
And it became official, right?
Aww.
You had an article on CWRTHSND, however you pronounce that. Hi, Steve. I just read your article with CWRTHSND. It came together very nicely.
Nice, thank you so much.
Man.
And
that's you guys.
Yeah, Jeff or Brian, introduce yourself.
Hi there.
All right.
How's it going? I'm Jeff. I am a guitar player in the band. I sing, and I met these guys back in 2013. So we've been doing it, playing music, writing some songs. So.
Yeah, I'm Brian.
I don't know why I get nervous. Usually I'm not nervous. I'm just nervous right now. So that's why I just had that weird introduction. So give me 5 minutes to settle in.
Do some jumping jacks.
I know.
They work every time. We do them on stage every show. You know that. I'm Brian, and Jeff and I met on a park bench in 2011. That's a fun fact. That was like the original impetus for Cold Weather Company. Was I was walking to class early one day, and Jeff was practicing on a park bench, and he called me on over. We had the same brand of guitar and same brand of shoes and similar bands on T-shirts, and it just kind of started there. And then it was like a long time before things actually started to come together. But it's fun to think back to a very, very random happenstance meeting affecting so much of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very weird. It was fate. But yeah, we met Steve at an open mic night a year later, and I heard Steve sing, and I was like, wow, that is a unique sounding voice. That is very, very good. He's very good. And then I went up to him and I was like, we should jam sometime. And then it took a year, and then I had a college house the year later, and we had this really weird attic. And well, it wasn't that weird of an attic, but there's probably asbestos up there, and there was a bat.
Do you want to say the band name we talked
the
about?
The Attitions. That's actually what we
The Attitions, because we played in an attic. We would have been the Attitions.
That's what I wanted. But
I believe we decided that was a little too close to the Lumineers. And there are a lot of bands that are the blank.
I just thought we decided it wasn't a good name.
Well, the Attitions isn't a thing.
That too.
It's not a word.
Yeah,
That's why it's unique.
way up.
How did Cold Weather Company come about then?
The name.
The name.
Well, a 2-week group chat of back and forth, just names, where every response to every suggestion was
Yeah, it was. But because we got to a point where we were trying to like come up with a foundation of like what is going to be our system of naming the band, and so we were trying to like come up with a bunch of different sort of who are we, what do we represent, what do we want our music to represent, how does it feel, blah 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 blah, and it goes all through that. But basically, we said it was originally Cold Water Canvas was the first idea that turned into Cold Weather Company. And I think it was like late November at that point, so it was getting toward winter. People get sad in the winter time a lot of the time and all that, and this was something that was keeping at least me happy. So that's why Cold Weather Company got my vote.
Ah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Like cozy by the fire. It's cold outside. I can see that.
Speaking of fire, why don't you tell us about where your name came from? I know we already know, but not everyone watching.
So Firewood Island is actually my last name translated from Norwegian to English. And
cool.
when I moved over here, I was like, I can't really make music in Britain under the name Stian Verde. No one would even know how to spell it or to say it.
Gets everything.
I get weird. I get Vidoy, Stian Vidoy, Stian Weirdo, Stian Verde. But it's Verde. And Verde means Firewood Island.
He gave me lessons how to say it.
Yeah.
It's like, right, if we're going to get married, you need to know how to say the surname.
Wait, say the translation again of Firewood Island in Norwegian.
Verde.
Verde.
Do you have a song? You should make a song called Verde or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's you guys have a great band name. I remember hearing it years ago when Steve first started talking to you, which I didn't know you personally at that point. Well, I guess we kind of know each other personally now. I guess this is personal.
Yeah,
very personal.
This virtual stuff we're doing. But I thought it was such a cool name.
Your hands.
Thanks, man.
It is a very good name.
Thanks to my great, like it goes down like generations.
To the original island of Firewood.
Yeah.
There was an island.
I feel a bit naughty stealing that. Just
nah.
like I am.
No one else has done it. That's what the Vikings did, isn't it? They just took stuff.
You darn right.
Like countries, women, you name it.
Holly
they also made
I still can't say it.
Yes, Holly's one of our really good friends, and she still can't say it.
And Mark Weil is asking, "What's Jeff drinking?"
Whoa,
look at the spell.
Comments.
That's fine. So this is an IPA from Brooklyn.
Now it's like a VH1 pop-up video now.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's a tasty IPA it's a 6 Point Brewery. It's very good, and it's funny. My friend spells his name like that. Jeff.
We're drinking water.
I also have water.
Same, but my water is in a Flying Fish Brewing Co. glass.
Ali Cooper Knight says, "I guess I should say hi, Jeff, from Jill's mum." Or mom, I should say, shouldn't I?
Wow.
Yeah. So which one of you are actually going to be playing first? I'm intrigued.
Yeah, the question from 10 minutes ago.
I could awakening it. I could start. That's a song that sounds like
a good title to kick to awake.
The Awaken.
Oh, hello.
The performance.
Let's awaken things.
Go for it.
So this is This is a song that's gonna come up on our upcoming album. The album doesn't have a name yet, but and it might never get done with all this world situation. Just kidding, it's gonna get done. We've been recording a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, this one's called Awakening. Just kind of about finding yourself and stuff.
Cool. I'm gonna hide and mute everyone.
All right. Here we go. Don't forget who you are. Just another chip off a star, so far from perfect, so far from flawed. I know you're worth it. No matter the cost, facing the frost, fighting a loneliness at heart, facing the dark, finding a home without a spark. It's a call from the depths of the open, louder than I've heard it before. It's a voice on endless tongues, waiting to find what we rise for in the morning. And one makes us fall, facing it all, fighting our life in endless halls, facing a squall, finding we're home behind our walls, saunter and crawl, choosing to grow when we feel small, stumble and stall, learning to heal as we evolve. Open to your light. Open to your life. Don't forget who you are. Just another piece of it all. So far from perfect. Yeah. So that's Awakening.
Woo!
It's lovely.
Thanks,
Nice.
man. That's solid.
In a perfect world, we'd all be able to play at the same time, but
It would be so much nicer.
We've got some delays and stuff, of course. So,
well, who's going to be the millionaire that invents the software that makes it seamless for musicians to jam live? Because that's
Jeff
going to be
Bezos. It's always Jeff Bezos.
It's been done.
It's been created.
I think it has too.
Yeah,
it just costs money. I think.
Yeah, probably.
No.
Everything.
I tell you.
Either money
So
or
basically,
all your personal data and your soul.
Cold Weather Company. No, that way. Cold Weather Company all have individual vocalists. They have 3 vocalists, which
that is something very unique.
Yeah,
to
that's
guys.
very unique to you guys.
Very cool.
And I like it because it brings your personalities more into the songs, I guess. And and there's a little bit for everyone, I guess. Like it.
That's the cool thing. When we met at that open mic, Jeff mentioned, we all had these different styles, and it was all these different influences, favorite artists. So it was kind of, how do we blend that all, but also leave room for our own, voices and styles to come in too. So,
and I think one of the most convenient things is that none of us really had any sort of desire to be a front man. There's no we just want to be able to play music, and that's about it. So
yeah, on stage we're all at the same level, so
it leaves lots of room for silly banter.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
make Steve do most of the talking though. That's the way.
That's true. Yeah, Jeff and I are a little more shy on.
But we have to tune.
Better or worse.
But we have an excuse though, because we have to tune in between songs, and Steve he's got the keyboard.
And Steve's in the middle. Steve is in the middle. He asked for it.
You are in the middle, yeah.
Well, it's because Jeff plays guitar upside down, so there's this dynamic where the guitars will be out this way on either side. What is this on my sleeve?
Wings.
What is? Oh, it's my wire. Okay. It's hard to see over here, and so there's a nice balance. Yeah, but I do get kind of the pressure of having to do the banter, for better or worse. What song are you guys going to play?
We're gonna do our first song is Storm. And the reason why we're doing that one is because it's just, I think it's at the moment the song that's doing the best, and we really like it. When we wrote this song, we decided I'm going to write a song that only has 3 chords, and it's going to be like the simplest song that I've ever written. I'm not even changing chords; it's just those 3 over and over, and it worked, I guess.
Yeah, it's worked. And now Stan's like, why do I put all this hard work into all my songs when I can just do 3 chords?
We've faced that question many times.
Yeah. So this song I wrote because it was a massive storm hitting the west of Britain, and where we are, which is actually supposed to be a bit of a rough area in Bristol, was actually the eye of the storm. So I was stood out in the garden, and it was complete silent, but I could see trees being swayed and signs being blown and stuff. So we just thought, oh, there's a song there, definitely. And
I'm glad you kept the title Storm and not Trees Being Swayed.
Swaying in trees. Yeah.
That's a band name there. We go.
Parentheses, look at that sign over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Storm. Should we just jump into it?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
See you in a bit, guys. There's a lot of people to hide. Oh, and a lot of people to mute. Mute. Cool. Yeah, this is Storm, guys.
Always forget to take these off.
It's cold, yet still so warm, like fire dancing with snow. It's moving slowly, coming you. Let go, you can be in the storm. Let go, you can scream in the storm. Give in, no let go. in chaos. Find the eye. Let's stillness reside. It's moving slowly, calming you. Breathe in, you can be in the storm. Breathe out, you can scream in the storm. Give in, or let go. 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 The wilder the storm, the quicker it goes. So give in or learn to let go. The wilder the storm, the quicker it goes. So give in or learn to let go. The wilder the storm, the quicker it goes. So give in or learn to let go. The wilder the storm, the quicker it goes. So give in or learn to let go. Give in or 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 let go.
Oh my days. Ah, the joy of having long hair.
Very nice, very
I
nice.
couldn't see. I could just hear you sniggering.
Yeah, my hair just going down like super emo.
That's the vibe, man. That's yeah. That makes it
I'm
cooler.
gonna tie this behind my ears.
Wait, you want to borrow? I've got.
Can you check it over? Can you check it over, Brian?
A trendy top knot.
Yeah, let me just fling it on over across the sea to you. Geography jokes.
Falcon punch.
Oh man, nostalgic of.
Steve is really quiet.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why that was. Because I wanted you to say that. I had to turn my mic back on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I was saying. Oh, now I'm too loud. I was getting nostalgic of Super Smash Bros. So you know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have that on my
times.
N64.
I might just play that now.
I wanted
Switch
to.
over
Everyone's talking about Animal Crossing, and I'm just like, I think my GameCube is at my parents' house, and I just want to play the old Animal Crossing. I don't want to buy a Switch.
Animal Crossing, I don't 100% get it. I loved it for a bit on the DS, like 12 years ago. But then I started realizing that, it kind of like The Sims is just like an alternate place to live for a sec, which is cool, I guess. But like I'm gonna go to the gift shop in real life and buy myself some weird antiques, not go to that weird guy that rips me off every time in the little town center of Animal Crossing.
Stian, I saw that. I wish I was ordering pizza. That would have been a good move.
Awesome. So I've heard some rumors that some of you really like Harry Potter. So what I was thinking, yeah. So what I was thinking was I would like for you three to come up with what Harry Potter character resembles
Each
the other
of you
member.
are, but you're not allowed to choose your own character.
You're not allowed to
You've got
choose
to
your
choose
own.
for the other ones, and
So
the reasons
basically,
why.
Steve and Brian have to choose Jeff's character, and vice versa.
I'm gonna say, Steve, I know that you're probably gonna agree, but I'm gonna just give Jeff a Harry, because I mean, of the three of us, Jeff
He's
looks
got the
most
hair.
Harry-ish.
Here we go.
You know, if I had to name something for myself, maybe I'd be Ron or something. He's a little annoying, but so am I. So it's like,
There it is.
Oh, it is.
Actually, I
But
put
I can't
contacts
choose
in
my
for the
own.
first time in 2 months, and I forgot how weird it is to put contacts in and then put glasses on.
yeah, and they're also not round. They're not round enough, man.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
Jeff.
true.
Jeff, who's Steve?
Yeah.
I wish I had these
Let's go
prepped.
with
I
some
wish I thought about this.
obscure characters too. Like they definitely not the.
I wish we had that draw.
standard
I wish we all had dry erase boards right now. That'd be fun. The whole let's put up who we think.
I mean, like a Victor Crumb.
That's who I am. That's
no
for me.
nothings.
Steve's not Victor
yeah,
Crumb.
you're Victor Crumb.
I'm the troll in the dungeon.
Woo! Troll in the dungeon. I want to be Hagrid. Can I be Hagrid?
Yeah.
I
I don't even know who I'd be.
Could I be?
Oh,
He's
you
not
know-
Ron.
Wait,
He's not
I'm a
your main
glass of butterbeer. That's my character. A glass of butterbeer.
Yeah. Who am
I want
I?
to be the Shrieking Shack.
This is the most I've thought about myself in a long time.
But you're not
Brian's
even
gonna
supposed to
Brian
think of
thinks he's
yourself.
beer.
I know, but I want to
Can I
think.
be
I'm not gonna. I'm
Crookshanks?
not gonna answer. I just want to think for to
Give me
be
some
prepared.
Buckbeak. I'll be Buckbeak. I could be Crookshanks. I want to be a critter. Let me be a critter, and not Aragog, because he's a big spider.
I have a
I'm
feeling that
scared.
Jeff should make the decision.
I'm just giving
All right.
suggestions. It seems like Jeff's having a hard time.
So,
with the Harry-
just like the Sorting Hat says, when he goes on Harry's head and it's hard to place. I don't know where to put Steve. I do not.
well, then you have to weigh Steve's desire along with it. That's what the Sorting Hat does.
Yeah. You get to be whoever the character. There you go. You get to be whatever character you want. Brian's definitely some kind of beardy character, like Sirius Black or
Hagrid.
Right, yeah,
Sirius
Niche-
Black is pretty
Niche-
sweet too, though.
Yeah.
Niche said Brian is
love-
definitely
Sirius.
Hagrid. Is this?
Well, because you're very
Yeah.
Ricky and doing things like and
Thank
very
you,
like
Niche.
so you're not Hagrid. You're not like you're not the guy
Jenna
waving.
Jenna said I'm Cedric. Jenna said I'm Cedric.
Mark,
That's a
was
good thing.
thinking, I was thinking
Wow.
Cedric for you as
I
well, Steve. I can see that.
Yeah.
Mark Wilde says Moaning Myrtle. Who is that? Who's
Wait,
Is that
am I
me?
Moaning
Moaning.
Myrtle? Can I be
You
Moaning
haven't even
Right.
heard me sing yet, Mark.
Oh, Harry.
Myrtle?
That's a
Okay.
good question.
Dickory boy.
Who would you guys have to pick for each other now? This whole switcheroo.
I mean, he's definitely going to be a Weasley, isn't he?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
hello there. That's
Yeah.
quite
I
easy.
The extra brother.
like one of the twins.
Yeah.
We got a 13.
Hopefully not the one that dies.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Our friend Victoria said I reminded
Spoiler.
her of.
Hey, I didn't read that
You
book yet.
spoiler. Hey.
I've been actually told
Spoilers.
this before that I've reminded someone of Newt. So it's not Harry Potter, but I have gotten Newt before.
Okay,
I
nice.
reckon Stian would be Ginny Weasley.
Lupin.
Ah.
Lupin.
James said Lupin.
Well, you get Harry in the end. Spoiler.
Who am I, Stian?
You're definitely Hermione, and the reason why is because you're like a student, really clever, like,
I think it's because I've got big teeth. Isn't it?
and you also got slightly big teeth and also big hair. So there we
I
are.
think we should
Easy.
we should get into like the super deep dives where it's like you remind me of Hermione when she took the polyjuice potion and
Yeah.
looked like Harry.
Scene 14.
Scene
Well,
14.
on that note, who's gonna play a song next?
Should it be Harry Potter himself?
Yeah,
Stevie,
why not? Or
Whatever you prefer, I could. Whichever you prefer.
I'll do it
Steve.
because we just had a guitar. No, we just had piano from you, Stian.
Oh,
So
it's up to you, man.
let's do the old. Yeah, Jeff, you go ahead.
Okay.
Our number one song. We love to play the song Indecision in between songs we play on stage.
It's not
We
on our
always play-
Spotify.
Yeah, we always play a song called Indecision.
That's a
And it's
live
between-
track
yeah, if you
only.
do it on your
Yeah, it's
Spotify,
between
like,
every song we play, and it's just us talking about what we should play next.
if you
Yeah.
have
It's
like
always
you
new every
guys
time.
on Spotify on shuffle play, it's like, oh, what one should we do next, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Spotify
Yep,
itself.
here we go
wondering.
again.
I wish they did that. It'd be great.
Yeah. So Jeff is going to play a song, and then Steve's going to play a song, and then in the end, there's room for a fourth Cold Weather Company song. So just
So you guys
think
can all
about
fight.
what song you want. Not you three people, but the people who's watching. If you have a favorite Cold Weather Company song that you like, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
When we
in
get
addition
to that point.
to pizza ordering, I'm looking at the comments, and I think the other guys are too. So we are ready.
I have them right over here.
So I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna do a Cool Weather Company song, if that's cool. I'm gonna do a cover, but it kind of feels lame because you guys just play a beautiful original, and it's like something you wrote and artist expression. Here I am gonna do this, but whatever. We just talked about Harry Potter. We're having fun, so I'm gonna do it. So
Go for it.
Cool. I'm gonna mute the others and hide
mess with the loop.
You go, Harry.
Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm taking these off so I can hear. Okay. Wait. All right, it's gonna be a weird one, but we're gonna do it. Here we go. I don't know, you're not there. I give you my love, but you don't care. What is right, what is wrong? Give me a sign. So I'm messing with my loop pedal and I'm trying to figure it out. And I guess to end it, you just kind of fade it every time. You go like, I just don't know how to end it, but I just turn it down. Anyways, that's not an original, but that's my
2
song.
thumbs straight up.
Yeah.
I think like sometimes when you're doing covers as well, like you show more of who you are as well through a cover.
Uh-oh.
Your own rendition of it.
Did my Wi-Fi break?
Now we know everything about you. We hear you.
I think you're still there.
You sounded good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! What a way to freeze.
Wait, how?
Oh, even better. That's a good one.
Jeff gets.
How was the?
Everybody,
you
do
could hear
Jeff
me? Am I all choppy?
No, we
Yeah,
could hear
you're-
you. We could hear you the whole way through that.
The video's a bit choppy, but
video's a bit.
you got some good comments like "Love it," great
Hey.
cover.
Oh, I think we have actually lost him.
Welsh gin and whiskey.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Damn, what's going on?
Is that what they were singing about this whole time?
Craft
I think we've lost Jeff.
Yeah, I think Jeff is gone. I think he'll probably come back
He'll
again.
probably reappear.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, Harry Potter has a lot of things to do. You know, he just can't hang out. Too. Busy man, that Harry.
Do you speak Welsh?
I do. Yeah.
Ooh, is it when you're a Welsh speaker? Is it, you know, obviously you speak multiple languages, which is amazing. First of all, us Americans, not many of us can do that. But
It's true.
When you compare your native Welsh to something like English, would you say Welsh really is that much more ridiculous in how difficult it is to speak and to write?
It is. I mean, it depends, because if you're brought up with it, so I've been speaking it since I was 4. So I've got English parents, but I was born in Wales and brought up in Wales. So I'm first language English, but I speak Welsh fluent. And when you learn it at 4, I actually found English spelling really, really difficult growing up because because I learned Welsh spelling and Welsh is completely phonetic, whereas English isn't.
Okay.
So as long as you know the Welsh alphabet, you can read it completely fine.
So a little bit. This is for anybody that knows a whole lot more about languages than I do. The only thing I can compare that to right off the bat is what I know of like native Hawaiian tongues, where it's like there's set way to pronounce things, and that's just how the words are formed, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it like in the same way that like in English we've got A, B, C. It's not phonetic the way you say it. Whereas in Welsh it's a, b, c, and then we have loads of really weird letters, which are like 2 letters put together. So CH is and then double L is. So I'm from a little tiny place called Llanbedr, which means St. Peter's Church.
I love that, and I love that, like, you know, it's smaller languages kind of are disappearing over time. So I think it's beautiful anytime they are carried on in younger generations.
It's
so
it's one of the only growing languages in the world at the moment. Welsh,
really,
it's one of the fastest growing languages. Because what happened was it was spoken all over Wales, and then they stopped making it in South Wales. They stopped it from being something you had to learn. Whereas in North Wales, they carried it on. And then because of that, South Wales lost loads of its Welsh. And now people are realising how important it is and that they want to keep that. So now there are Welsh schools opening up all over South Wales where you send your kids and they learn Welsh as well. And I mean, as a language, it's only really useful in Wales or Patagonia.
But it's reflective of a culture, you know?
Yeah,
it's like that's heritage.
And the other thing that's amazing about it that I found is that by knowing
Daisy's turned into Moaning Myrtle.
Oh, no.
Jeff is Moaning Myrtle again.
Oh, gosh. Jeff, don't scare anybody.
Sorry. Wait, give me this. Hold on.
Welcome.
This
to our
happens all the
paranormal
time.
podcast.
Look.
Every time Jeff joins a video that we've tested on here, that's what it defaults to. And my goodness, I'm sorry.
I joined as a demon. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
You
don't sound like a demon.
Waiting for your face to reappear.
Yay! Wow.
So
Yeah.
So what happened since the weird "What Is Love" cover?
We were just talking about. So I'm a fluent Welsh speaker, And I was just going to say that, like, one of the things that I really loved about learning Welsh from the age of 4 is being fluent in 2 languages. Like, it means that your brain can kind of, like, I can really easily swap from one to the other. So when you only learn one language, your brain's kind of set in that way of working. But what I found now, because I know 2 languages, like picking up Norwegian, I was like, well, this is basically English. So
it's like relational knowledge.
Cool.
But in terms of the way the language works, it's like it works.
Do you want to speak some Welsh for them?
Yeah. Fe enwi yw Abi, dwi'n dod o Gogledd Cymru. Mae ges I fy magu yn lle o'r enw Llanbedr. A dwi wedi priodi Stian. I was just trying to think what to say. My name is Abby. I'm from the north of Wales. I was brought up in a place called Llanbedr, and I am married to Stian.
There you go.
Aww.
It sounds a little bit too. It sounds a little bit like Elvish.
Well, it was Elvish.
It does.
Elvish. The Tolkien used Welsh and other Celtic languages to come up with the language of Elvish. So that's where it's kind of from.
There you go.
More to know.
Anyway, we should probably play a song.
Yeah. What that was great, Jeff. Thanks.
Hey, thank you. Did it get weird connection wise during it?
It was just like it was not too bad, just like right in the middle, and then it came back again.
Just your little like weird black and white like.
Yeah, that's been the
freaking everyone out.
And then suddenly your video freezed like this.
Yeah, that's actually I was just me doing that. I tricked you guys.
Yeah,
we have
for a minute.
You got some really nice comments. One, Abby's dad said, "I love it," and someone else, Anna Bradford, a friend of ours, says, "Great cover," and yeah, go Jeff. And someone said, "What is love? Live music, craft ales, and Welsh gin and whiskey." There you go.
Woo!
Hey, cool. Well, thanks for watching.
I don't have Welsh gin, but I have Irish gin here. It's empty, but it used to be Irish.
You've got the bottle, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Wait, I think I have a little bit. I think I have another bottle here. I look like a terrible alcoholic right now, but I swear, moderation is the key. There it is. There's now you can see liquid.
Stian, can you share real quick Kate's message here? She had some thoughts on our Harry Potter answers.
Which one is this?
Down at the bottom.
Is it that one?
But that is a fun fact. But a little further down, yeah. Oh, so it's cut off. But yeah, Harry Potter. So Kate Saylor, our friend Kate, thinks I would get George Weasley.
Wow.
Brian
I am
Xenophilius Lovegood. And Harry Potter for Jeff.
Yes.
I love it.
Is that
really...
Xenophilius Lovegood is that's Luna's dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the dude that like knows all that cray stuff. He's like way into.
He's the one who draws,
And he has does he have a magazine? Is that
Deathly Hallows?
He has a magazine?
Yeah.
Or of some sorts, I believe. Mr.
Yeah,
Lovegood?
I think so.
Yeah, they have a production of sorts.
Sweet.
Also, so some of the suggestions for final songs, even though we're not there yet, have been Reclamation that I've seen. Reclamation, Steer, and just now Way Up.
And Fellow. I think there were 2 for Fellow.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm keeping a tally here.
Lovely. Yeah, if anyone has a suggestion for the 4th song that one of us will play, let us know, and we'll get to it at the end. So I guess, now it's actually my time to play another song. Is that, or is it your turn?
I think
it's
our turn again.
Good.
And
do it up,
George.
And then it's Steve.
Sorry, George is from what I remember, kind of floaty. Is that accurate at all? I just kind of wanted to give myself an excuse.
He just likes muggles.
That's all. That's his only defining characteristic.
You're still on Harry Potter.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sam was just like looking at me like.
I would just say, as a very quick update, Steer now has 3 votes. They're all from Victoria, but she's the one who figured out that you can. There's no limit to how many times you could request it. It all counts.
Our next song is called "Dearest Brother."
Yes.
Yeah.
And thanks. You've heard it. That's
of course.
Yeah. So "Dearest Brother" is actually about How should I say it? It's about a friend who kept like stepping in it, and stepping in it meaning like you didn't doing the same mistakes over and over again. And then us basically saying, we love you, bro, and we're gonna be there for you, whatever you go through. But unless you kind of learn from your mistakes, it's really hard to, help you. So it's love, but tough love. That's what it's about. Cool.
Nice.
We're gonna hide you guys for a bit. Mute. Dearest brother. You ready?
Yeah.
You're running on broken glass, but you're not a feather. You're giving yourself away. You're an open letter. In someone else's case, I probably wouldn't bother. You are who you are, a dearest brother, a dearest brother, a dearest brother. I am walking in, the world is stopping now, world is stopping now. Oh, you're so everything. Take a step in mind, take a step in mind. Say what's on your mind, not just the things that matters. Your bruises and your pain, and that you feel shattered. And someone here to hear, not to all the others. 'Cause you are who you are, a dearest brother. I am walking in when the world is stopping now, world is stopping now. You're so everything. Take a step in mind. Take a step in mind. When you're down on the surface, you burn it in the sun. You burn it in the sun. And I dare not promise that I can bear the burn, that I can bear the burn. Don't wear your love on the surface, you burn it in the sun, you burn it in the sun. And I dare not promise that I can bear the brunt, that I can bear the brunt. I am walking in when the world is stopping now, world is stopping now. Oh, and you're so everything. Take a step in line, take a step in line. Oh, I am walking in when the world is stopping now, world is stopping now. Oh, you're so everything. Take a step in line, take a step in line.
That was very, very beautiful, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Sneon just froze or I think it was intentional, but just like, I don't know, it was a good look, but it was just like a power stance thing. And Abby was putting on her headphones, so I think it was intentional. But I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be back on to say anything about it, but it looks cool.
I was like, because I'm in charge of like pressing and muting everyone. So right in the end of the song, I think, you know, it's nice to have an audience clapping for you. So I'm like,
Quick!
right in the end of the song,
Get the claps! Get the claps!
yeah.
I need to hear them.
Yeah, I need the affirmation.
Audience applause on YouTube.
Yeah. Just have a button.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be really overwhelming
For your poetry.
when we all go back to like playing live and we've actually got people in front of us and you're not sitting down anymore. It's going to be really like confusing.
Strange.
It'll
I'm
be
gonna
like-
be. I don't know. Will we be nervous? It might be nerve
I
wracking.
think I'm going to be nervous.
I don't know. It depends how many people and how far apart they're spread. So, yeah, guys, how many times have we just listened to Firewood Island? We talked about this on our. We've been hosting open mics on our Zoom lately, and Firewood Island has graced us both times. And hopefully, it'll be back on Sunday, the 24th, coming up. We're starting that at 3 p.m. Eastern, but we've talked about it on there. How many times we've just been listening to Firewood Island on road trips and stuff.
Yeah,
over
I
the
have
years,
specific Firewood Island music memories in the car. I'm generally speaking, I'm Mr. Driver guy when we're doing tour stuff, and so I take note of all songs that are played. And most of the time, Steve has playlist control because, you know, I think objectively speaking, out of the three of us, Steve has like the largest musical knowledge when it comes to independent artists and stuff, and so. He's played Firewood Island when we've been on Mount Desert Island up in Maine. We've heard Firewood Island while we're down in North Carolina. We've heard Firewood Island when we're out in Ithaca, New York, and stuff. So your music has traveled with us all over the Eastern United States.
Yeah, and we have a pre-show playlist with like friends and like music that we really like. And
we do
friends' music that we really like, and also other music that we really like. But on that playlist, there's definitely a few songs of yours. And so, like, right before we go on stage, there might have been the Cold Weather Company song "Come On."
Hey,
there's probably been like over a lot of England and Wales and into
That's
Norway a little bit as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's so funny to know. It's funny to think about, eh?
It's very strange, especially for me. Like when I was in high school and stuff, I never thought that I'd have the chutzpah, let's say, to even play live in front of like an open mic audience. And so now to know that, you know, we've got this thing going where like, you know, now the music's all over the place. It's very, very weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole. It's a very cool thing. It's impossible for me to adequately put into words, I think.
I love it when people like share like sort of special moments or memories that they've got to like one of your songs as well. Like that's really like, it's like, it's like, because, you know, when you hear a song, like we were saying earlier, like it brings back memories. And the fact that like we get to do that for other people is just awesome. Like
and I think it's amazing for us too, because like we're writing the lyrics and stuff, and we know what it means to us. We know what the song means, what we were trying to get out, but we don't know how it's going to be taken. We don't know how somebody's going to interpret it for their own life. And learning how other people understand the lyrics and stuff has been one of the most interesting things for me, at least, where it's, you know, people asking questions about lyrics where you're like, wow, I didn't even think of it from that perspective. Thank you for adding a whole lot of conceptual depth to my song.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sometimes listeners do the conceptual work for you, but
in our case, Stan writes a song and he's just written a whole load of lyrics, and then he's like, I don't really know what it's about, and then I come in and tell him what it's about, and then he carries on writing the song.
Yeah,
that's happened to like
that's happened with
about
us.
like maybe 10 of our songs.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It's like these words just came to me just to download, and I'm
like,
just like,
oh yeah, this is what that means, or
Yeah.
this is what this is about.
I'm like, ooh, now I know how to write the second verse.
that's why you guys make a perfect team.
Oh, thanks.
And all the other elements, because Abby, I know you sing and you're multi-instrumentalist, and the artwork, maybe just say, is largely your paintings, correct?
Yeah.
All of it is Abby's.
Yeah.
All of it, yeah.
I do a bit of graphic design.
Yeah, Stan's better on a computer than me.
Well, because my first, I can't find any more now that I've escaped that chat. But I know right after I gave you a shout out about that playlist, I was like, oh well, Brian wanted to let you know that we really appreciate your graphic design, and because Brian's our graphic design guy, and this is 2015 in our first Facebook message, but. Even back then, we were talking about.
Yeah, man, I sucker for watercolor. Anybody that can do some high quality watercolor, I think it's one of the most beautiful visual art forms that man has created. So yeah, watercolor is wonderful.
It's a lifelong journey. Watercolor, it really
is. It's endless.
Discovering more about it and more things that
endless
you can do
texture.
with it. And when I was back in uni, I decided for my final year I was just going to get really good at one thing, because I used to do painting loads of different types of materials and different things, and I was like, no, for my final year I'm going to get really good at one thing. So I chose watercolor because I was like, it's really hard and I want to be good at it for exactly the same reason. I was just like, I just love beautiful watercolors. Discovered an American guy called Jeff Benzing, who did all of the paintings for Sleeping at Last, if you've heard of him. So he did a whole he did one called Yearbook. Yes. And he did so many beautiful paintings, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I want to be able to paint like that. So that
Jane
was what
made fun of my accent.
Yeah,
water.
Thanks
I'll say watercolor. Do you want watercolor? Is that better? I could say water.
Watercolor it is.
Water? Do you want watercolor?
Water.
Some water.
Watercolor.
Yeah,
water.
Over here.
Yeah,
so we're very close. Only about an hour from Philly, and Philly is very known for having that wooder kind of South Jersey or Philly watercolor accent.
Let's do each other's accents.
Like
no one can be offended if we do each other's accents. I don't know. I like speaking like I'm from England, but it's not very good. It's just something that works sometimes. I've done it every now and then for family, and it works all right. But they know where I'm from because they're family.
You've got a little bit of English with the twang of Australian in it.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a whole new country.
Australian in there.
Yeah, it's a new nationality that I've created.
And Australian's usually what I go for first. Bunch of Australian.
Brian's Accent Land. That's the country.
.com. Brian'sAccentland.com. You're welcome.
Come visit us. You can fly.
We've got T-shirts, and
I think you have to use more T's rather than D's. Come visit us.
Visit.
Yeah.
Do I have to be extra pronounced?
Yeah.
Visit.
Yeah. Here we either get rid of the T's or we pronounce them.
Also, right. I'd like to shout out my brother and his wife who are watching with their dog. Their dog's name is Charlie, and he sent this adorable photo of Charlie watching us.
Oh my goodness, Charlie!
He's a little teddy bear.
He's my favorite audience member.
Yeah, I mean, from this angle, it does just look like that's a stuffed animal in front of a computer.
Yep. He's real. Oh, I can see his little eye. Yeah, he's cute.
My connection's quite bad right now, so yeah, it's just a stuffed animal.
So next song is Steve, hey?
Yeah, I think I'll play another new one that hasn't seen the light of day yet, aside from streaming.
So basically, all three of you have played songs that actually
no one can access.
Yeah, great.
But the final song, whichever gets the most votes, will definitely be one that people have heard. So that'll be a good combination.
Isn't that a great strategy? We just play songs no one knows. Wow,
yeah.
Brilliant on our.
We are from a place called. I'm from Norway, actually, on the west coast, and Abby's from North Wales. But we live in a city called Bristol, which is on the left. No, on the west. On the left. It's just on the left in England.
It's a little relative.
I mean,
just fly into England and go left. The hard side.
No matter what.
Yeah, no, just left. It's close to where the Glastonbury Festival is, if you have heard of that.
Oh,
dream! It's a dream to go to that one day.
Yeah, one day.
Right,
so I guess I'll get on with it then. Hey.
Do it. Take
yeah,
it away.
I guess so. Take it away. Tell us a little bit about the song, and then.
Yeah. So this song's called Tessellation. Yeah, like I said, it's from the new album we've been working on. Even though it's not out, I've liked to play it because it is inspired by the idea that everyone is connected across oceans and anywhere else. And I think that's especially important during these days, where the reason we're coming together is because of the internet, social media, and just wanting to feel some togetherness, connectedness, and tessellation is kind of that idea. So here it goes.
Dreams of summer dawns never stay too long. So now I am waking to the beam of light that's never shone quite right. I glow now. The day is breaking into bits of glass, mosaics of the past. Now I wade into a springtide in motion. Hope there's an ocean, and right here I'm floating. Vessels on their own, way down with storms, darkened skies, hovering as two eyes wrestle with the loss of what they came across. Hold what flies, a lover in the sunrise, mirrored bits of glass, ports to places vast. Now I drift over a springtide in motion. Hope there's an ocean, and right here I'm floating. Oh, another wave to catch, to safe from fading. Another wave to catch, to safe from fading from you. Another wave to catch, to safe from fading. Another wave to catch, to safe from fading from you.
Woo! Thank you. That song is called Tessellation. It is available nowhere. Hopefully you could hear the piano okay. I had to turn it down a little bit on this end, but
are you guys doing like lots of sort of demos and trying to get stuff done over this time, or are you you able to do any recording, or are you
we are. Yeah, we over the past couple of weeks we've been sending each other some ideas. We have a one song in particular that's just about done. We actually just got, I don't know if Pat's still watching. I saw him earlier. We just got the latest mix from him.
Super
Pat was there?
exciting.
Yeah, Pat
Pat popped in.
I corrected Pat regarding Back to the Future 2 yesterday, and he didn't admit that I was right.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I was
What
right.
did you
though.
correct him on?
No, he was just like, that one scene is also, but it wasn't. And he's like, no, but it was the same night.
No, I mean, this is a deep dive now. What are you talking about? What is this? I need to know.
The scene where Marty gets delivered the letter at the end of Back to the Future Part 2 when it's raining out, from 1885.
Mm-hmm.
Pat was arguing that it also happens in the start of the third one, and I'm like, no, that scene does not happen.
Yeah, no,
and then he tried to get out of it. It was like, well, no, I said it happens the same night, and it had like one of those, and it made no sense. I didn't pester him, but he was wrong.
It's
all
right.
Right.
It's all right. Pat is a lovely person. Pat is the man who makes our dreams come to fruition sonically.
He's making
speaking.
dreams come true.
Pat, you're lovely, and I love you very much.
Pat puts up with so much.
He puts up with a lot. But he's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
So we're hoping to have one of those songs.
In the same room.
Yeah, we're hoping to have one of the songs out in the next couple weeks. We know streaming platforms are kind of behind on digital distribution and everything, but also, so that one's a Brian-led song, and then Jeff and I each have the ones that we're leading, and who knows what'll come out next. I mean, we're never not writing, we're always writing. One of us is always writing.
Are we allowed to ask what you're doing at the moment? Also, I have put up in Firewood Island's comments. There is some links to Cold Weather Company's Spotify. If you want to go in and follow them, that would be great.
Go in and press that green heart button.
Yeah, and there's
smash that subscribe.
There's also a Firewood Island link down there as well.
And I'm going to drop Firewood Island in our chat.
Yeah. Now for a moment of history, can we answer what does this have to do with history? Not the product, but the name. What is that? What's that? What's that have to do with anything? I mean, we're not talking about ABBA, but why did
Waterloo
ABBA
Village,
write this song?
Stanhope, New Jersey.
All right, I mean, there's Stanhope, New Jersey, Waterloo. What? Who may have been exiled there? Who might that have been?
Marty McFly.
I don't
Napoleon.
know.
I thought it was a common. All right, it was. Napoleon.
Oh, I thought you were genuinely asking. So I was just like,
I was.
I thought it was related to something.
No, it wasn't related to anything. I just said it was a history lesson for the canon. Waterloo, where Napoleon was exiled.
I mean, I can tell my history is appalling. I can tell you all about like Welsh kings, but anyone.
It's all right. You can speak Welsh. I just know some random history facts. It's way better to be able to speak a whole language.
Yeah.
You totally win.
Can you share Mark's latest comment real quick? He said,
Pat is most patient.
It's just funny.
Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, but now you spoiled it because it was going to be on the screen.
Patient.
He's also patient now.
Whoa. Yeah, he's a good sport.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Yeah, Pat. Thank God we have Pat. I don't know. Who else would put up with us?
Jonathan Evans said he loves that tune.
Nobody.
Thanks so much.
So are we allowed to ask you?
Pat on the back.
Are we allowed to ask you what you're doing now within music?
Like,
not right
now, but like currently.
In the scape of music? You mean, you said other than music or?
In music.
In music.
Yeah, so do you have anything new coming up soon or?
Well, hopefully this the first of our quarantine written songs.
Ooh.
And that will, like I said, probably be hopefully a couple weeks. But, those are the main things. We're writing, we're hoping to put out some of these singles. We're still working with what we can with the new album. We're hosting Zoom open mics. That's been a really fun thing.
Oh, yeah. That's been really
if anyone's familiar with Discord, we have a community there where a lot of the people who perform in the open mics, either they're from there or they end up there. And it's just a great space for creatives. Firewood Island, you guys just joined. People are sharing their art of all kinds. And so really, I think within music, we're just trying to do what we can. And we know we're not able to put out content every day. That's oral content, right? That's the type Audible, but we can do streams. AURAL, yeah.
Audible, yeah. If we were a podcast right now, we'd be like Audible. Listen to books.
Audible
on
with
Audible.
our code.
You can download books if you just go to audible.com/CWC2020, and you'll be able to download a free demo of Audible.
Yeah,
Audible,
and we also have some side projects. We have some side projects too. Jeff released some solo music even before quarantine that came out. But I released a solo piano song under the moniker Spiral Seas, and it's called Lullaby, and that just came out last week. And Jeff, you have some new songs coming out too, right?
Yeah, I got one. My buddy, Android Dreaming. He says spacey bass beat boop music from Wisconsin.
It's his legal name.
And it's like I just sent him vocal hooks and guitar parts, and he just goes, and then we make it songs out of it. And I'm really excited because we have one coming out mid-June, and then I have a solo song coming out at the end of June. And then we have a bunch of cool other company stuff we're working on in addition to the album. So we're pretty psyched. And that's all. But I don't know.
We've been busy. We've been busy. And
I've been learning to make some of my own beat boop music here and there. I finally have a little cute little fella. Boop 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 boop.
Yeah. Some of the new. Yep. No spoilers, but that's
the next song to come out from us will feature this little guy. My attempt to somewhat learn the art of keyboard magic, led by the inspiration from the wizard himself, Steve. The wizard of the keys here in CWC.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun one between what Brian did and then what Jeff and I added. So we're just kind of going with whatever we feel like sonically these days. That's, I think, the fun thing. We have so many genres and influences that anything is possible.
Are you guys releasing new stuff?
Yeah,
are you guys working on
a little bit?
We've been working on an acoustic EP.
That's right. You told me. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do some of our older songs, but acoustically, and we're sort of stripping them right back, and they are sounding really nice. We're super chuffed with them so far, and then a few new ones. I think we played a couple of them on your little Zooms.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, so we've got a couple that we've played them live quite a few times, but we've not released them. So
one of the older songs that we are like remaking is we don't want to name what song it is, but it has a bit of a vocal effect to it on the original, and we are kind of stripping it all the way down. Like you can hear all the details of the piano,
so pretty,
like all the mechanism,
all the keys moving,
and no tuning or anything like that. It's just all just really raw, but sung 15 million times to make it right in tune. We just sent it over to our cello friend Simon Walker, and it came back and it just sounds amazing. And I just can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Stan's just been sitting there like, I want to release. And we're doing a cover as well. But we're not going to say anything else about that.
Is it What Is Love? No. Okay, good. It's my cover now. No one else can do it.
No one else.
The cover is it's a really cool project. I think it's like our most exciting thing that's actually happened in like music industry terms.
Yeah.
Did you cover us?
No.
You shouldn't have, really, because that you shouldn't have.
But yeah, it's very hush hush at the moment. So that's all we're gonna say.
It's not the Around the World song from the early 2000s that goes da 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 da. That's also mine. You can't do that either.
One line.
It's not blue, is it?
Singing with the Norwegian flag behind it.
It's that Adiemus song.
It's an 80s track. That's what we're saying. But yeah, the next song we're playing now is called Ataraxic or Ataraxic or Ataraxic. I don't know how you would say
is that a vampire?
Brian
Yeah.
How would you say it in Latin? I don't know.
Latin?
Yeah, it's a Latin word.
I'm a vampire. Ataraxic.
Does anybody speak Latin? It's not a spoken word. It's not a spoken language, Latin. It's only written.
Yeah, we as a species have forgotten that language.
But how would you say it in Greek?
It was only ever written, wasn't it? Latin. It wasn't spoken.
I thought it was spoken by fancy folk.
Mate, probably.
There were some fancy folk that always spoke.
Ataraxic is a Greek. It's a Greek term.
So it's not Latin.
But it is in Latin, I think. But it's a Greek philosophy.
You need to check on your history.
It sounds more Greek than it does Latin.
My history is bad.
But
my days.
It's from that area, right?
No.
I mean, it's that geographic region.
Just say the Mediterranean and you get away with that.
the Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent
I think it's Greek. I think I just
from Norway.
pooped on my
He's
leg.
a Viking.
What is Vikings?
What? Yeah. Okay. So it's ataraxic means basically free from any mental distortion. So you don't have any, sadness, any depression, or any anxiety. You are just like.
But you also don't have like insane happiness. Or anything.
No,
It's
happiness
just
is
very
good.
peaceful.
It's just
place.
It's just you have happiness. It's just no distortion, no bad things in your brain, basically. So
as a separate. Sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, mate, you keep going.
I just wanted to say that we've now learned from Jane that Latin was spoken in the Roman Empire. That was so
yeah.
Fancy.
And is Brian a little lagged for anyone else?
Probably.
Is it just my video that Brian's lagging on?
I don't gotta do anything anymore.
I can hear
anyway.
you,
but Brian.
Well, who knows what the song
good,
is?
And he has really nice knees. And this is.
am I lagging? Everyone's.
See you guys in a bit. Mute them. There you go. Ataraxic. Oh shit! That's delayed. Okay. Ataraxic. This is about a friend who's struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder, and basically, we just want to say we love you, and yeah, you can do it, man. You can do it.
Lungs forgot to breathe. Breathe from certainty. Recollection time. Ataraxic mind. All is not lost. All is not soon forgotten course, underlying thoughts, apprehensive life, epitomizes all. Please don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Now I see that.
What?
Yeah. Don't act like you don't know.
My nice knee? You guys
No, I was talking
commented
about
on
your
it
hair.
earlier.
Oh.
Oh,
not-
was there always a drawing on it?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Tattooed. Get it tattooed.
So
I don't even know what you mean.
Lockdown.
Is your knee not like this?
so
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a.
I think
My
you should
other
get that
knee-
checked. You should get that
My
checked
other knee
out.
is a pet, you see.
Oh,
My
God.
other knee is my cat.
Oh, Jeff, why?
So I've got a cat on one knee.
so
Knee cat.
Brian,
And we've got my friend Robert Nishkin.
What is with my bandmate? Look at this. I have one demon, and I've got one with these knees.
This is Robert Nishkin. So
Oh my
Robert
gosh.
Nishkin. And we've got
Jeff's
Hold
just
on.
doing it on
Let me
purpose
fix
now.
the demon camera. Why does
Knee cat.
what? No, not even. Like why does the surface default?
Yeah, I
is
don't-
it the
I don't
no?
wanna
It's
say
not the
it's-
surface.
I think it's
I don't know what
the
to blame.
surface
But why
basically
default
telling
to the
you
demon
it
mode?
doesn't.
Brian,
Hold on.
Brian, can we see your knee again?
Which one would you like to see? My pet or my
Please.
No, because
all right, so Robert Nishkin again. So this
Yeah.
is Robert Nishkin. He's been a lifelong friend of mine. always there, you know, always there when I need him most. Robert Nishkin. He's a great guy. And then there's also
tattoo it. You won't.
so everybody know I won't. So this is also Kneecat. So Kneecat is a great friend of mine and Robert Nishkin's. So the fantastic friend, let me tell you.
Can you show them both at the same time?
Yeah, I mean they're just great. They're just,
Get them both on the camera at the same time.
you know, that would take.
Fired it.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of contortion I can do.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So
This is good.
Firewood Island's playing like a beautiful tune, and Brian's just drawing.
Yeah,
freaking
Brian's
pictures
just
of knees
noodling.
on his, or cats on his knees.
Noodling.
I had a concept and I went
Captain's
with it. I'm
knees.
sorry, this song was gorgeous, but I also was running through an
Brian,
artistic
I just
idea.
have to tell you that we can see you guys at the bottom.
Yeah.
We have like your little screens
We
at the
can
bottom.
see you when we're playing.
Oh, so
Oh, you could see me preparing. Could you see me preparing?
Oh,
So
so you
during the song,
saw me leave
I just
before. I'm
So
just
you
kidding.
saw
I
me
just
drawing on
glanced-
my knee.
Yeah, I just glanced down and I'm like, oh my days, I can see this thing on his knees, and I was almost throwing it off. If you look back, you probably see me start
oh
almost.
gosh.
That makes it so much better.
We did one
So you
with
saw
the-
me on the phone.
Yeah,
Oh, it's responding to messages. That's all.
It's fine.
That's
We
all
did
good.
we did one with a friend, and he decided to change outfits between each one.
Without knowing that you could see
They're
him.
like, don't
Yeah.
look at the camera. They're like,
he was just stripping.
no one
And
else
we
could
could
see
see it
it,
all.
just me and Stia, and we were just like,
Well, you're good
okay.
friends for not putting his camera back on.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow, look at that. What a laugh.
There you go.
What?
Yes, great.
What have we got as your guys' last?
Yeah, in between the knees and the tunes, what do we have, Bri? What's the final tally?
Technically, Steer has the most votes,
All right.
followed
do
by
it.
Fellow, followed by Reclamation.
Well, I guess I'll do Steer. That's fine. And so Steer, and it's a good one to do because it's the first one that I wrote and brought to the guys when we became bandmate friends, and we each for our first album introduced some songs we had been working on or from our solo projects. So Steer was the one that I brought in first.
I would argue that I liked Steer because I thought it was a dope jam, and I was like, "Yo, we should play Steer."
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, I don't mean like it was my idea to. I just mean like it was my song to
you're-
bring in.
I wrote Steer.
Yeah,
I'm
Jeff.
kidding. Steve
Jeff
wrote
wrote
Steer. I used to listen to his music, and it's the best. I thought it was awesome. So
This is the
when
riff
we were
I
first
wrote.
making it,
That's my song.
That was
dude,
Eiffel
that's-
65.
you're not allowed to do
sir.
that.
Eiffel
You're not allowed. That's
65.
mine.
So
Copyright.
yeah,
Uh,
please
to
This
do.
Eiffel
song, I like
65.
this song.
This song
wrote
is,
this.
became a Cold Weather Company song because of Jeff. and it's
All
on.
right, so I didn't actually want the credit. Now that I have the credit, I feel weird about it. Take it back. I don't know.
Jeff deserves everything from this.
Put the demon webcam on. I don't.
It was actually written by Robert Nishkin.
Oh gosh, Robert Nishkin was a lot. Well, I guess not. You weren't a child then, so I was gonna. He was a lot smaller than.
Robert Nishkin always had his eye on you, Steve.
He was Bobby Nishkin back then.
I hope
he was not Bobby Nishkin. He was never Bobby Nishkin.
As Bobby grew, he wanted to kind of identify with more of a mature name, so he decided to switch to Robert.
He has always been Robert Nishkin. He always knew that maturity was for him, okay? He's always been Robert Nishkin.
Whatever you say. This one goes out to Vicky over in France, who suggested Steer.
Oh, you got rid of the wrong one.
I got rid of the wrong one.
Robert, get in
Bye,
there,
Steve.
Robert.
I can smell it.
Yeah, as I was saying, so this one goes out to Vicky in France because she requested it and she earned it. So here it is. And Jeff wrote it. Jeff wrote 100% of it. And I hope he's face palming right now below the camera. We do this intro that is because of Jeff.
You left my side, nowhere to hide, you're gone away. Imagine the life we led, the tears we shed, so come and stay. But you know I can steer down these roads, down these roads, down these roads of fear for you. Exposure into my mind, lost in time. Are you sure what happened here will never be again? The bright lights, they left your face, they made you so cold. The red kite flew as a child in the sky of gold. I can steer down these roads, down these roads, down these roads of fear. I can steer down these roads, down these roads, down these roads of fear for you. Now it's again with you. You have to hold on. You have to hold on. Now it's again with you. You have to hold on. And you have to hold on. Now it's again with you. You have to hold on. You have to hold on. Now it's again with you. You have to hold on, you have to hold on. You have to hold on, you have to hold on. You have to hold on, you have to hold on. You know I can stay here. You know I
can steal. Yeah. Ooh, that's what we call an unexpected major note at the end. Thank you. That song is called Steer.
Robert enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, I was like, wonder what Brian's up to right now.
Mark says that he wrote it.
Mark,
and
you weren't supposed to tell anybody.
And he also said, I can't wait to meet Robert Nieskine.
It's Robert Nishkin, but he, it's one word. The last one, it's Neeshkin. No relation.
You just
to
took your
Niche,
family's
our bestest
Wi-Fi
friend.
password and mixed it with your knee. That's what you did.
Yeah, well,
spoiler alert.
Basically,
I did basically.
Cool.
But
Actually, you changed that.
Now it's on the rest of the world to figure out what that password is. But you won't because I guess we did change it. Oh man! But Robert Nishkin, one word for his last name.
Cool.
His first name's actually 2 words. It's Rob Burt.
Cool.
Hey, Firewoodisland. Remember when we talked about
you should make an Instagram.
Cool.
You should make an Instagram for him.
Rob Burt Nishkin.
What did you say, Steve? Sorry.
I was saying there was a time before all this, before we went live, and we're like, yeah, don't worry, we're going to keep things concise this time. We'll be an hour. This stream will be an hour long. No big deal.
We've officially been 97 minutes, so great times.
Perfect.
And 2 knee drawings. And only 2 knee drawings to show for it, Brian. I'm actually kind of surprised.
I mean, you should have got
it
another
took a
knee
while
out.
for my knees to get called out.
I'm surprised you didn't print pictures of your knees just to draw more of them.
Actually, during Steer, I thought about drawing on my feet, but then I thought that it would be weird if I just put my feet in the video.
Yeah.
But my knees aren't weird. Knees are okay. Feet is where it's, below the ankles, not okay. Yeah. But knees,
Is that
okay.
Is that a proven?
I think it's in the elements of style, actually.
Yes.
So just on a completely different note, just to try to steer away from that. What was your favorite festival moment?
Oh, like a music festival?
Yeah.
Would this be one that we played or one that I just attended or both?
Your Cold Weather Company experience in a festival.
All right. Well, then that's far smaller. Way smaller.
We could give you some favorite show memories, concert memories, and all, but we haven't done festivals over here.
We've done a few, so we've done local. Some really Brandeis, super fun arts festival, the Leonard Bernstein Arts Festival at Brandeis University. That was a fun day, 2 years in a row.
That's true.
But was there any
Rutgers?
Have you had any funny moments? That's what I mean, in a festival setting. Not like this festival was amazing, but more like
I think
speaking for myself, I tend to make a fool of myself at least once every show, so I think there's a highlight for each one. But
and now that we've introduced drawing knees into the mix, who knows what?
Now
what
you know what
to top this.
This happens at every show, every single one.
Well, usually, our stage, it's usually Steve talks, right? Our stage banter, as we get more comfortable, it gets weirder or better, But if we're like kind of shy, we don't talk. We just make Steve talk.
I'm going to be really disappointed if I come to a Cold Weather Company show and there isn't like some knee drawings going on stage.
Oh, we've gotten weird. No, there will. Yeah, we've gotten weirder.
I'm sure it'll happen at a certain point.
Because after quarantine, people are going to be so excited to just see any show. It's not going to matter what we do on stage.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, just this level of socializing for me right now is so great that I drew on my both knees.
Except live, I can't do this.
Oh, true. Yeah, you can't go.
But we haven't. We've been talking about.
No.
Oh gosh, we've been talking about having more of a visual presence during our performances. Some graphics. And Brian, I know we've talked about videos for a while. So realistically, we might just put up a recording of Jeff doing that on a banner behind us.
That'd be great.
Anyone who didn't want to check our music out before would probably definitely want to.
That was on purpose that time. The other ones weren't on purpose. It's just
that's what makes it so much funnier.
It's my circus.
I think my favorite gig moment or like my weirdest gig experience was I think it was the first time we ever played in London, and we played in this little like pub downstairs, and it's called the Workshop, and there was probably 9 people there. and the stage was so little that our upright bassist had to be on the side of the stage because our drummer has a lot of drums. And yeah, there was like 19 people there, and our manager, who's just become our manager, and he was just sat there on his own by the bar, and there was like some 9 people around the corner, and we played like a song that I'd just written called Sundown, and literally the intro of Sundown is just one line going like, "It's raining in this godforsaken town, I'm weary, it's sundown," or something like that, and it goes like 6 times, and then after the 4th time we just hear this guy around the corner, "All right, already, it's raining, we know."
Brian, you know what that one reminds me of for when you.
Brian also got.
Does it remind you of the rail
finish your story first.
Yeah, and my face just like, and my heart just like sank to the bottom, and then suddenly we just see our manager stand up. He walked up, grabbed him by the shirt, pulled him into the toilet, and then he came back again, and he was quiet the whole concert.
We have no idea.
And we don't want to know what happened in the toilet.
We have no idea what happened in the toilet.
That's awesome. I love that.
I think Jeff and Steve and I were both, or all 3 of us, reminded of the same event at a good old show in Rahway a good number of years ago.
Which is a city in New Jersey.
Yeah, it was a Sunday, much like today. And back then there was football on Sundays, American football, you see, with a pigskin. That's what they call it. And so this man just wanted to watch his football on Sunday. And there we were playing songs like Seafarer and stuff. I specifically remember in the middle of the end of Seafarer, which, everybody knows there's the big whoa.
Everybody knows that. Yeah.
Whoa.
You all know our
Seafarer. All 3 of us know this part.
You all know.
Jeff, Steve, and I all know the whoa part at the end of Seafarer. So this guy decided to sing along, except, mockingly, like, wow, and he was calling out a whole number of terrible things. Basically, we were being heckled like crazy by one drunk guy at a bar, and there were only about 8 people in the bar to begin with. So it's like, really, the one guy, like, he's just gotta. So yeah, it was a strange day to begin with, but this guy starts getting more and more belligerent because we won't just stop. Then we go into House of the Rising Sun as our closer, because I was like, oh boy, guys, let me get loud. I have a loud voice, and I'm just going to yell very loud. And then this guy, wow, guys can. But no, instead he was like, don't butcher this song, you bunch of slur words. And yeah, fortunately, before I started losing my cool and made a fool of myself, our good friend Joe Gallupo, a phenomenal local musician, decided to step in and give this guy some like 1940s lingo just to like bring it down, a nice psychological trick. So Joe Gallupo comes up to the guy and he's like, "Hey, what you flapping about over here?" And the guy's like, just starts, he's talking to him in this weird 40s accent. He's like, "Why don't you take it on outside? Get on out there." I forget exactly what he said, but it was with some sort of strange voice.
That's the gist, yeah.
And turns out the guy did get kicked out of the bar, which was like good, but also like anticlimactic. But the climax of it all was he was then arrested because he was so angry that he decided to publicly release fluids from his body onto the bar.
That happened?
The window. That happened. Jeff,
Where was I? Where was I?
This guy
did that actually happen?
Yeah, outside of the rail
I
house.
do not remember that at all.
You were having
Outside
a
the rail
demon
house,
moment.
this guy decided to turn around and just release himself onto the window of the bar, and a cop car drove by.
And around the corner,
he peed on the window?
He peed on the window of the rail house.
And
Yeah.
around the
Oh,
corner,
that's awesome.
and Jeff is around the corner, just blinking in black and white.
You were probably packing up your guitar or something. It was really weird. But that was like within the first 8 months of us being a band, and that was still the most dramatic thing. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but I guess it means that things have
that's
gotten
pretty
a
good.
little less dramatic in
It
at
means
least a
you're ready,
urination
doesn't it?
sense at our
Yeah,
shows.
we haven't had any
And urinating.
any
Yeah, we've
urinators
had-
since then.
let's say there have been no nappies in the Cold Weather Company shows.
Oh man.
So we have officially gone over to 5 minutes now rather than 90. So I think maybe we should cut it there, guys. I think it's been really fun.
Yeah, this has been fantastic.
Agreed.
But I'm not sure if people are still watching after 105 minutes.
Oh, I got some viewers still on here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, 20 so.
Oh, wow, that's quite good, actually.
Yeah. Question for you. So, and this may become super meta if it works out, but is this audio? Can we pull it and add it to our podcast? And then this could be the podcast interview we mentioned having with you. And then, boom. Magic.
A podcast episode.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
And then this way you can all hear this in its entirety and just visualize Brian's knees through our podcast, the Cold Weather Collective podcast.
Oh, hey.
On that note, guys,
it's me.
You don't have to leave yet, but we are going off live now. Yeah, have a good day and have a great National Norway Day.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, and everyone who's been listening, friends new and old. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you guys all so much.
Have a nice evening.
Stay